everyone, 13 rules to manifest your dreams based on my man Arnold. Hey! So today we're going to be talking about his memoir, Total Recall. And in the conclusion, he gives 13 rules to manifest your dreams. And if anyone is a demonstration of dream manifesting, it is definitely Arnold. This dude is bomb. So this dude accomplished so much in his life. He became the world's greatest bodybuilder. He made his first $1 million through real estate, his landscaping business, also he had a mail order business for bodybuilding. He became one of the world's best known movie stars. I'll be back. He also became the governor of California, the 7th largest economy in the world, okay? California has like 30 million people. That's basically the size of the country I'm in, Canada. So that's a pretty big deal. This guy came from nothing. He was born in Austria to a police chief just after the Second World War. In a time of scarcity in his country, he didn't grow up well off by any means. So the amount that this guy accomplished is definitely admirable. At the end of his memoir here, he gives some rules that we should all, pay attention to if we too want to manifest our dreams. So we're gonna go through them together, you and me and Arnold. Okay, so his first rule is turn your liabilities into assets. And you've heard this before, make your mess your message, or make the thing about you that would seem like a weakness into what makes you unique and indispensable. So for instance, for Arnold, it was his accent and his very large physique. Okay, this dude looked like a monster and he sounded a little bit scary because the Austrian accent is very sharp, and his name was just like pretty, what, Schwarzenegger? That was actually considered a liability in the movie industry, but he turned it into an asset and made himself irreplaceable because of these qualities. Okay, so think about the things about yourself that are different and would seem as if they're bad, but if you really owned them, you could actually make those characteristics what make you stand out. Okay, I'm sure you have some. Next is, this is really inspiring. When someone tells you no, you hear yes. Not in all situations, okay? But when it comes to the dreams that you have for yourself, the aspirations that you have for yourself, don't let other people impose their limitations on you. And just because something has never been done before or is viewed as impossible doesn't mean that it's actually impossible. Just because it's never been done doesn't mean it can't be done. A really good rule of thumb I heard from Elon Musk is nothing is impossible beyond physics. The physical laws of the universe are the only things that are actual real limitations, okay? Everything else is free game. Free game. So when you hear someone say, no, that's not possible, hear yes, my darling, hear yes. Next, I thought this was very useful and unique. Never follow the crowd, go where it's empty. What does this dude mean? He says aim straight for the top. Don't do what everybody else is doing. Aim higher, often because you have less competition and the payoffs are greater. So he gives some examples. He said, when every immigrant that came to America was saving up to buy a house, he saved up to buy an apartment. That's a real investment, baby, getting that cash flow on. He said when every aspiring actor, when he was in the acting industry, was trying to work their way up to land, he calls them bit parts, he aimed straight for the top for the leading part. He held out for the leading role so that he could get the highest payoff. He said when every politician was trying to work their way up in local office, when he didn't actually really even have any political experience whatsoever, he aimed straight for the top to become the governor of California. There was no career before that. That is a very useful piece of information. Go to the top where there's less competition. Number 4, never let pride get in your way. Oh yeah, it can get in your way. And oftentimes you'll find that the most successful, accomplished people are the most humble. They aren't afraid to be wrong. They aren't afraid to ask for help when needed. They aren't afraid to totally change their game plan in order to adjust their life to what will benefit them the most, whether or not it hurts their pride. Number 5, don't overthink. Sometimes if you know too much, you can get what's called analysis paralysis. And that means the more and more you learn, the more and more you hesitate, and the more and more you push yourself into a place of fear and inaction. So oftentimes, Arnold didn't really know the full picture before he plunged into something. He just went and did it. It's the power of action. Just jump in and do it and figure it out along the way. Number 6, forget plan B. Oh yeah, F plan B. He says, have a plan A and put 100% into your plan A. And he says, oftentimes, if you do have a plan, think about the worst thing that could happen if you were to fail. Oftentimes, it's not as bad as you would think. And oftentimes, you can deal with it. So he says, forget plan B. Don't have a fallback plan. That will actually force you to actually put everything that you have into that plan. Guess it's worked for Arnold. Number 8, reps. Wait, are we on number 8? Number 7, reps, 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 baby. Repetition. This dude built his whole life upon the idea of repetition. He trained 5 hours a day. When he was practicing speeches for when he was a governor, he practiced them like literally 20 times. He understood the power within repetition. And he says that to be successful in anything, to build any skill, there is no shortcut. You have to do the work. You have to do the repetition. It's unavoidable. So let's get repping out, baby. Number 8. This is one of my favorites. There are 24 hours in the day for everyone. Everybody is susceptible to this law of time. What you do with your time is what sets you apart from others. So you could probably fit a lot more into your day than you would think. Arnold, this dude was a machine. He trained 5 hours a day working out for his bodybuilding. He also trained 4 hours a day acting because he was also trying to get into the acting career at that point. He also ran a construction business on the side, so he worked a few hours doing construction, and this was also all while he was getting a degree in college. So he was attending classes and doing his homework. He was doing all these things, okay, literally like 4 or 5 like things that most people would consider full-time. He was doing them all at once, like insane. He just put me to shame. Number 9, don't blame your parents. So Arnold's dad physically abused him as well as verbally abused him. He always told him to go do something useful whenever he saw Arnold working out, because he had these dreams of being a great bodybuilder, and his dad just thought he was nuts, and he was like, go chop wood, Arnold. So Arnold used the negativity from his parents as a fuel to the fire, as a motivator rather than something that he allowed to crush him and cripple him. He instead was a natural alchemist and took this energy and turned it into something that benefited him. I don't remember what number I'm on. Sorry. Take care of your body and your mind. That is a given. You need to be healthy both in body and in mentality, okay? And you need to balance it out. If you're more of a in the head type of person, start to get into your body, and vice versa. You cannot live a rich, wondrous, beautiful life, a life that will make you happy, unless you address your health and your mind. Also your spirituality. Another lesson is this dude knew a lot of people. He knew how to network. He knew how to make friends. He knew the right people to get him what he needed, or to get him to the next level that he needed to get at. There were always key people that were involved. So keep in mind that you are not an island, and you need the skills and the help from other people in order to progress in your career. Another big lesson was this man knew how to sell and how to promote. And these are very key skills that you need if you want to make money and you want to have your own business. Okay, learning to sell is one of the best skills you could ever learn. And Arnold was a natural seller. He naturally wanted to go out and promote whatever endeavor that he was involved in at that point in his life. When he was doing his movies, he actively went out internationally and promoted them by himself. Like, he wasn't asked to do it. He wanted to do it. He wanted to be involved in the marketing of it because he understood that it doesn't matter what you have to offer. It doesn't matter if people aren't aware of it. You have to make people aware of what you have to offer. Have to learn marketing. And Arnold also had a very open mind. He was very curious, very open to learning, very open to new experiences. He did not have a narrow mindset. He was very extremely just open to everything. And I think that's a really key quality that you need. You cannot cripple yourself with rigidity. Okay, that will stifle your mind. It will stifle your life. And lastly, his last piece of advice is just to stay hungry. Don't stop. He says too many times he met successful people that rested on their laurels, and they became good at one thing and that was it. And then they just talked about it for their entire lives and they didn't progress onto anything else. They didn't continue to grow. It's important to continue to grow and to continually build and build and build on your skills. Don't stop until you die. Okay guys, so those were the main lessons I learned from this book. It really taught me a lot about what it actually takes to be great in this life, in this world, on this planet. The principles and the mindset and the actions that you need to take to really be someone worth admiring. And yeah, Arnold made a mistake, a very big mistake, and he was very candid and transparent about the whole thing in this book as well, which I applaud him for. So check out the book. It's a great book with a lot of great life lessons, and thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.